Warning! The following live broadcast may contain loud, obnoxious, shrill, and alarming noises that might be considered disturbing, if not outright uncomfortable to listen to, especially if you are wearing headphones. But hopefully today is won't be too much like that because he got a good cleaning. The cage got a good cleaning, and he got a lot of peanuts for putting up with me cleaning his cage. So hopefully he'll be busy with that. So I share my office space with an African gray parrot and two parakeets, and I have no control over their behavior while I am live streaming, unlike my regular videos where I have the opportunity to edit them out as best as I can. If you are sensitive to loud, surprising background noises, I recommend either not turning your volume up too loud or watching my edited pre-recorded videos instead. Viewer discretion is advised. Ooh, very nice, very nice. Hello everyone. Oh yeah, I am just really happy that I'm finally coming on the air, joining everybody, and I'm not sweaty. The weather kind of cleared up the last couple of days, and I'm really appreciative that it's not sweltering. I'm really tired of that weather, so I'm really glad that at least today I'm able to come on, not looking like a hot mess. The show is going to be a hot mess, but me myself not looking like a hot mess, and I appreciate that. So let's see who's joining me in the chat today. Hello, Afraid. Welcome. I'm doing good, actually. Hey, Joseph. Hey. Yes, and yes, today is another Photoshop day. Yes. Yes, I'm not. Yes, I usually do my coloring in Photoshop because I'm still learning. I still have the learning curve with working in Clip Studio Paint completely. So the coloring, at least I'm doing in Photoshop because I just know it, and it's just a lot faster that way. So, but Afraid, yes, I am doing actually very well today. Thank you very much. Thank you for asking. And yes, I see you, my beautiful eyeball people watching from regions beyond. Thank you so much for joining me today. And if you're joining me from Facebook, come on over to YouTube. Join the sexy people in the chat. Join Afraid. Join Joseph. Join Patrick in the chat. And yeah, it's like, we'll have a good time together. Yeah, and if you're joining me from Twitch, thank you very much for watching. Hello. Yes, so yeah, so a lot going on today. Actually, a lot's been going on these couple of weeks. But before I get hold on, let me see. What just something just started talking on my desk here. Was that me? No, that was not me. And it was not the parrot either, even though he is making noises. So yes, and before I get started, look at that. I was about to run away with everything. So hello everyone. My name is Daphne Lage, and I'm a cartoonist, illustrator, and comic book artist from New York. I have been self-publishing comics since 1992, and you know what that means.
With a few exceptions, the characters on this program are weird and peculiar and not to be trusted.
And I am known for the furry fantasy adventure Tall Tales, which returns to Kickstarter 2024 with the new story arc, Tears of the Mother. Thank you so much for everybody who've supported all the previous Tall Tales campaigns, but we will be coming back next year with a whole new story arc for your reading pleasure. And I am also known for my mature audience's medieval fantasy drama, EGORAVEN, Heir of the First Unicorn, which is on Kickstarter right now in its final 8 days on Kickstarter for issue 7 out of this 15-issue series. I still can't believe it's issue 7, so yeah, so all the links are in the show notes below. Um, and I am also co-host with Nita Lanning on the Rage Into the Vlogs show every Monday and Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern, where on the Indie Comics Network, where we talk about pretty much anything comics related, and sometimes not. That comes to mind. We literally make it up as we go along because we're professionals like that. And in the meantime, you can read both my comics online at Tall Tales, TAILS online.com, and egoworks.com, EGOWORKS.com. And you can check out all my videos on how I make all my comics, all my artwork, all that fun stuff here on YouTube at my channel here at Daphne Lage, Lage Art, which also simulcasts through the Indie Comics Network. So make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever any of my videos go live. It's like, oh, yes, it's afraid giving me the thumbs up for remembering to do my intro. Yes. Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, and just a little housekeeping as we go along. Remember that we have a coupon code. Save 10% on your next Gemini mailer order using our coupon code. And even if you don't need the shipping supplies, you can buy all your bags and boards and even comic book storage boxes at Gemini Comic Supply. So if you have a collection that needs a little bit of organizing, Raging 10 will help you out with that. Also, I will be at Baltimore Comic Con September 8th to the 10th at the Baltimore Convention Center in Baltimore, Maryland. I will be in the Artist Alley at table H28. Finally got my table number. So H28, I will be in the Artist Alley. We're right across from the concession. So hopefully we won't be too difficult to find. There is a map at my website at egoworks.com if you want to get an exact location as to where I am on the show floor. But I will have copies of EGORAVEN, of Tall Tales, and I will have the last remaining copies of my furry sketchbooks and my pop art sketchbooks. This is going to be the last of it. So if you're looking to pick up a rare furry sketchbook from me, this is the show to do it. So because once they're gone, once they're sold out, they're sold out. So that's I'm kind of looking forward to that show. So that's kind of what's going on. Really quick. And like I said, it's like a Baltimore Comic Con coming up really fast. I think we're down to like 2.5 weeks before the show. I'm pretty much packed, like packed for it. I have everything piled up in a corner there that I'm going to be taking to the show. It's all neatly packed, and I think I pretty much got everything. In the end, it's like, even though it's been a while since I've done a convention, there was like no real reason to be completely obsessive about it. Once I pretty much got the wireframe display that I was like, you're trying to figure out how I was going to set everything up. Once I kind of got all that set up and everything that I was going to decided on everything I was going to take to the show, there was pretty much nothing more for me to do about that. Me and my sister already spoke about when she's going to come over and when we're going to go to the show. So that's already set up too. So all there is to it is to just go, just show up and do the show, and have a fun time at there. So it's like, so we get to have a live version of what this is. So for those of you joining me on the live stream, what I like to always compare this to is kind of like being at a convention by not, but it's not a convention, but this is pretty much like how I'd like to think a convention, me at a convention is like. Just, we're just hanging out, we're just talking. Maybe I'm doing some artwork on the table, but we're not really getting a lot of work done because it's like we're more concerned about hanging out than anything else. So the only difference is that you can actually buy things directly from me at a convention. So hopefully this will just be the live version. So Baltimore will just be the live version of the live stream, the draw stream. So like I said, we'll have a pretty good time. Although the one thing that I was thinking of doing because what I did was I had filmed a video. I just have to edit it, and I realized that I'm probably going to have to do it either probably this weekend to put it up, or else it's not going to make any sense when the show comes around. Although I have been watching a lot of these, Artist Alley prep videos, and in the end, it doesn't matter to me, whether the show, how recent the show is or not. Oh, actually, no, that's not true. Depending on what I'm watching the video for, maybe it does help for me to see if it's a recent video or not. So I have footage of me putting together this mock table, display table, and I have everything set up. I just have to do a final edit, edit through it, and finally post it up on YouTube. And of course, I was thinking of doing a companion piece from the convention and actually do some filming at the convention. And I was just trying to figure out how to do that. And I just have to say, if you have some old technology lying around, and it's try to remember whether you have that stuff. I'm able to use an old tablet to be kind of like a video display for my table, so I could do so I can run trailers as people are comic book trailers as people are looking at the table. So I was looking through some of a box, that box that we all seem to have that has all the old cell phones and the wires and all these things that we just haven't taken to the electronic recycling yet. And so I was able to kind of put something together that I'm hoping I can get it to work at the show, because so this is my old phone that I have on what is on essentially a selfie stick, right? Because I don't want to be that goof that's walking around with the giant camera. One, I'm not going to spend $700 on a camera just to do footage when honestly this cell phone is a really good. I mean, I filmed the Artist Alley setup on this phone. What is this? It's a Galaxy S8 Plus, and the footage was really good. So and also I have a storage chip in here. I think it's 256 megs, so it can record for a bit. It can hold some video storage. So so I have this set up on a selfie stick. And then what was cool was I was going through my box and I actually found an adapter, a tripod adapter for the selfie stick. So if I just needed to put it down, I have a little tripod at the bottom as well. If I needed to just put it on my table, just have this standing, because I was originally going to bring a clip. It's kind of like a tripod that has a clip at the end because you're supposed to clip it to your desk, but the clip itself was kind of bulky. But I figured this was kind of like a more streamlined way to do it, because then it's I could just close it, and it doesn't feel so weird walking around, and everyone's pretty much used to people filming on their phones. So I don't know if I'm gonna be too self-conscious about this or not, but like I said, if you have an old phone, play around with it and check to see if the quality of it is just as good, if not better, than buying a brand new camera, especially if you're just starting off. Oh, hey, Jake. People call my hypertech communicator a dumb phone to make it sound trendy now. Oh, you have a flip phone? Because I still have a flip phone. I still have it. I have it somewhere upstairs. It's one of the collector ones that has a dragon design on it or something. And I don't want to get rid of it because of it. So I still have that flip. But yeah, could you imagine going to a convention with a flip phone? But yeah, so if you, like I said, if you have any old technology and and you just want to kind of get the feel of filming in public, yeah, just use your old phone. Just get a storage chip, a larger storage chip for it, which is not that expensive. And yeah, and I think that you're good to go pretty much. I mean, because really, it's what the content creator kits that I see from Sony and Canon, it's they're $800, $900, and it's I'm not going to spend that type of money when it's I can barely stream regularly. you know. Oh yes, they do, Patrick. Old phones make great media players. They do. And yeah, and why spend the money if you don't have to? You know. Um, so it's like, yeah, those content creator kits. It's like I don't see the point in spending that type of money. You know, when obviously the stuff that I have at home seems to be working really well. So, like I said, I have to edit that video to kind of get like a final assessment for how well the quality is from this phone, but I think it's going to be okay. I mean, it's like, look, you know, it's like I do everything on just a Logitech webcam, and you know, it's not that big of a deal. You really, I mean, it's very easy to watch a lot of these videos and get wrapped up in the idea that you need like expensive equipment and whatnot, and it's not true. It's not true. I mean, I think that video equipment has basic video equipment has come such a long way, um that I mean, really, I think that you can get away with a lot. I mean, as long as you're creating content that's interesting to people, I don't think you know, and I don't think quality really is that big of a deal. I mean, now granted, if you're, you know, if your camera's a little too old, you know, and it's like grainy and skips frames, and okay, maybe that might be an issue. But I think like if you were just to buy like a Logitech webcam like right now for like $79, you're good. You're good. I mean, it's like, and you can, and, you know, and you can pick up, you know, like the Yeti. You know, it's like sometimes you can pick that up on sale. The Snowball, the blue Snowball ice, whatever they call it. Um, those you can those you can really get inexpensively as well, and I don't think the sound quality is really that much different. um so yeah, so that's kind of like what I'm thinking about for Baltimore. So we'll see. You know, wanting to record video and actually being able to do it at the show are two different things. So we'll see how that goes. So another thing, yeah, so like I said, so this week has been pretty busy for me. I have been flatting three books at the same time. I had spent the last couple of weeks preparing um EGORAVEN, the Unicorn King's Daughter, Medieval Unicorn Viking Slut, and EGORAVEN issue 8 for coloring. And issue 8 is the one that surprises me the most because I started working. That's the book that I really started in earnest in Clip Studio Paint at the end of July, like around July 27th. I started really working on issue 8 of EGORAVEN, and here we are at the end, you know, like almost, you know, like pretty much the last full week of August, and I'm at the coloring stage already. um I'll show that once I switch over. I'll show some stuff after I switch over to the next to the next setup, up to the drawing table, or in this case the Cintiq. um you know, and I was just really surprised because I wasn't really convinced when I started using Clip Studio Paint that it was making my process faster. But honestly, by the time I started coloring, I began to realize that this is probably the fastest I've gotten to this stage in doing a comic. So it's like, yeah, so you know what? I do think it is allowing me to do these issues faster, or at least this issue faster. And I'm really hoping that in the next couple of weeks, I can really get through the book. I have 6 pages left to ink on it to complete issue 8. And I'm on page 5, fully coloring it. So I'm just really surprised at myself as to how quickly this book is coming together. And I really do think it has a lot to do with the fact that I'm doing it in Clip Studio Paint, that I'm doing this whole thing digitally, as opposed, if I think that if I had been doing the pages traditionally, I don't think I would have been this far. I think that I would have been dragging my ass on it. I don't know. There's just something about doing the work digitally that really does allow me to work faster on the pages and not feel so uptight about working in general. I mean, it's kind of strange, but I've spoken about it in previous episodes, where I guess working traditionally, I mean, it's like, especially with comic book pages, was very stress inducing. And especially if I was like hitting complicated scenes, I would actually find myself procrastinating. But with Clip Studio, I felt that I had that less. And like, because I'm able to fix things as I go along and not have to kind of like bring it into Photoshop, fix it, then print it out again, then light box it, and kind of like go through this convoluted process. Um, because I don't have to do that in Clip Studio, I could just fix things as I go along, and it's just made the process so much easier and less stressful. So yeah, so I'm coloring issue 8 as we speak. That was one of the books that, so I'm up to page 5 right now. I finished page 5 this morning of issue 8 out of 32 pages. And I'm making good progress also in Unicorn King's Daughter and Medieval Unicorn Viking Slut. That book has 3 more pages to complete it. The other one, I still have a bit to go, but not as much. And and it's just like, I'm just really happy that in the next couple of weeks I probably can have these books finished so I can get them proofed. It would be great if I can get them proofed, if I can have proofs in hand before my next campaign goes live at the end of September. Um, but yeah. Oh, okay. It's like, when you did it on traditional, what kind of paper did you use? I used the Strathmore 300 series. I like using it's the Strathmore with the yellow cover. I don't know if they make it the same way, but yeah, because like they have different colors for their covers. So this is the one with the yellow cover, and it's just the Strathmore 300 series, and I use the plate Bristol, which is the smooth, because it was kinder on my rapidographs. So that was the paper that I would use for that. And also, that was the other thing too with Clip Studio Paint. Not only was I able to imitate my pens in Clip Studio, but also I found myself being able to use even thinner nibs when I needed, that I was not able to do traditionally, because the nibs on my rapidographs, especially the smaller ones, would clog up because the paper fiber would I guess like scrape into the pen, and then it would just like be useless really, really quickly and would require a lot of maintenance. So with Clip Studio, I don't have to worry about that. So I'm able to get a lot of cleaner panels because of that, because I'm able to do like cleaner details, especially on smaller items. And honestly, it's made it a lot easier to flat. Before, flatting was like, I always said that flatting was really tedious for me, and that I was the first thing that I began outsourcing. But these last couple of books, I didn't have the budget to do that, so I had to start flatting on my own. And this time around, I'm finding that it's not as bad because my details are cleaner because of the digital work. So yeah, so that's just another benefit too that I'm seeing, aside from getting through these pages faster, but just like little things like that it's like, oh, I'm really happy with that. Let's see. So so I'm going to show some of the stuff that I've been working on. Also, another thing, for Baltimore Comic Con, I'm trying out something that, in terms of, for those of you who don't know, it's like, but it's like I have I'm doing a collaboration campaign with Krista Crawford, who's doing a 3-novel series, a fantasy romance novel series called Sky of Thorns. And it's coming out at the same time as EGORAVEN, the Unicorn King's Daughter. So we decided to collaborate and do and do a, actually, you know what, I'm going to, you know, it's like, let me switch over, and I'm, you know, just to show you really quick. Usually I don't switch over to the other screen so quickly, but you know, we're almost at the half-hour mark anyway, so I might as well just do that right now. So poof, there we go. So this is the artwork that we're going to be working on today, but in the meantime, I just want to show you before we start working on that. I just want to show you. So we're doing a collaboration, Sky of Thorns with EGORAVEN, Medieval Unicorn Viking Sled. You know, it's, so what a collaboration, right? So the thing for Baltimore that I figure I'd try is I made a postcard with, so what you're seeing on the screen, I made a postcard with the two campaigns on it. And then what I did also was I put little QR codes that go to both of our landing pages. And I'm going to see whether you know, this is something that, you know, can help, that I can help promote at conventions. You know, will handing out this postcard at Baltimore, will it translate to the Kickstarter when it goes live? I don't know. It, you know, it's something, because I'm also going to have a sign, a larger sign as well, to see if people scan the QR codes, because if you support both of these campaigns that I'm showing here, you get a bonus print added to your order. So let me just show it to you right now. So so there is going to be, so this is a stretch goal print that I did for Krista's campaign. So I don't know like what you have to how much you have to unlock to get it, but this is the print that you're going to get as a stretch goal in her campaign. So if you want this particular print, you have to support her campaign and help unlock the stretch goal in order to get this added to your order. However, if you support both our campaigns, and you know, you answer a survey at the end of the campaigns, when you get your surveys, you will get this print added to your order. So so I'm hoping that this postcard will help kind of like, you know, get that crossover going. So like I said, it's like it's like, you know what, it's something to try. Look, the worst that happens is that it doesn't work, but you know what, it's like I'm having a good time with this collaboration anyway. So yeah, oh, the link is in the show notes below, if you want to check out the campaign, check out not the campaigns, the pre-launch pages for everything. I also put them in the chat as well. So let me just go back here. You know, OBS really makes that easy. I'm really glad that I set that up. So yeah, so those there's a little sneak preview at the collaboration print that I have, and the also so yeah, so like I said, it's like just trying this out. Okay, so Efrain says, what kind of pencil? 2H, 2B? Wow, I think it's a 2B that I use. I mostly use, I mean, especially lately, when I use like a regular pencil, I actually use a mechanical pencil, and I'm pretty sure it's a 2B lead that I use. But honestly, especially lately, I've been using the Prismacolor Colorase pencils in the red and blue. It kind of like the animator pencils. I've been using those to sketch, and I don't know what weight those lead weights those are. It just comes in red and blue. That's, you know, it's like, and I've just been using those. It's actually kind of rare I use a regular pencil now. because what the red and the blue pencils allow me to do, it allows me to work without having to erase anything. So I can ink on top of it, and then I could just scan it and then digitally remove the red and blue lines, where with the regular pencil I can't do that. I would have to light box in order to ink, because ever since I learned not to erase, I've pretty much not erased. So so that's kind of what I do now. Okay, so so now we're officially at the half hour mark. So what so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a bump. I'm going to officially go over to the next uh window, I guess, the OBS window. And I'm going to show a couple of things that we're going to be trying out today. So hold on, let me just get my stuff here. And so I will be right back.
Show for independence all around, giving you a platform to spread your word all over town. Catch the Craze is the place to promote to your fans with the Dreamer, Medina, and Sam the Crazy Man. Subscribe to our show and never miss an episode. It's time to get your mans, listen to us on the go. Updated every week, we never miss a day. Join the squad, come on in. It's time to catch the Craze. If you are an independent, catch the Craze. Making moves on your own, catch the Craze. On your grind in the streets, catch the Craze. Join the movement, catch the Craze.
Yeah, George, we did it again. Come on now. You know you want to do it. Catch the Craze.
There we go. Okay, I'm just trying out now. Like I said, I was just trying out something here. So I was kind of inspired by something that happened last time we did a stream, and I thought that maybe this time around, because I've mentioned that especially once I start getting working, it's very difficult for me to watch the chat. Because it's like, especially because like in order for me to bring up stuff, I have to stop what I'm doing. And also sometimes like, sometimes like, I'm like the chat can also be a little, like too much going on for me, so that's why I usually I check the chat and then I close it, and then it's like I go back to it later. But I know that I've watched a lot of streams where they actually have the chat on the screen. So as you can see right here, I was just trying to put it in a place that wasn't too obtrusive. Let me just try to lower it a bit more. Let me try. Does it even matter? So let me just try to lower it like this. I don't know. So I have the chat. I kind of like faked a little thing where, because I know that mostly people use Streamlabs to put the chat on their screen, but because I do everything through Streamyard, Streamlabs, it's either like, oh, we'll take the chat from your YouTube or from your Twitch or individually, but in StreamYard I can see everybody's chat. So so chat is now on the screen. So that way, I guess, like, so instead of like waiting for me to bring up your comments, it's actually just right there already. So I'm gonna have to probably like try to figure out like a less obtrusive way to do this. But you know what? I mean, that's kind of like the thing with a lot of live streams. There's just a lot of things going on the screen. So I'm just gonna have to figure out something. So that's pretty much what I'm trying out today. Okay, so another thing, so the image on the screen that you're seeing right now, this is actually the cover to EGORAVEN HEIR the First Unicorn Volume 2. I don't remember if I was shading this on camera on a previous stream. I don't remember. But I finally decided so I have like the base shading in. I just have to put in the highlights. And this is one of the pieces where I actually got flatted. So the colors are really, really janky. This is not what the final colors are going to be at all. So what I'm going to be probably doing is just going in and updating the colors to what they're supposed to be, so that when I put the shading on top of it, it makes a lot more sense. Because right now when I send these pieces off to get flatted, I don't ask for correct colors. I just ask for just fill in the shapes, and then I go in and fill them in later. So but right now it's like I'm probably going to finish putting in the highlights, and then maybe we'll go back and forth with seeing what, actually, we'll probably do a combination to see what the final colors are going to look like. So as I said, I was already coloring in, I'm technically coloring in 3 books at the same time. And I just want to show you like what these, so this is what I start out off with. So I have the shades down. Like I said, I have to put the highlights on, and then I'm going to fix the colors on the flats. These pages are some of the pages that I finished this week. And just to show you what's going, what they're going to look like once I'm done with it. So here is page 1 of EGORAVEN issue 8. So so in the end, so once the colors are correct, this is how the pages usually end up looking. And this page, I was just really like happy with the way it came out. This is like, because this is like the first because I did this image, I did this page completely digital, and I was just really happy which is how it came out, and the lines. I can't even begin to tell you. Just seeing these really, really crisp lines, instead of seeing the texture of the paper, is just really, really nice, and it just makes flatting a breeze. I don't know. It just felt a lot nicer. So I was really happy with this came out. And also it's like I was really happy with the straight line tool that's in Clip Studio Paint, that I was able to get all this work done. That would have taken me forever. It doesn't look like much, but it would have taken me forever if I was doing it traditionally. But in Clip Studio, I was able to put these lines down really, really quickly. And it was just very nice to be able to have a background that looks like this. I just really liked it. Also, this is also another page that I finished this week. This is the first page to Medieval Unicorn Viking Slut, which is pretty much the only page I'm able to show on a live stream. Everything else will get me booted off the air. So we've already lost House of Bob because of that. So I don't want to lose any of my other streams as well. So this is the only page that I can show from this book. And again, this was another completely digital page. Actually, this was the first page that I did digitally, completely digital, when I was like really trying to figure out Clip Studio Paint. And I'm really happy with it. I'm incredibly happy with the pages that I've been working on lately. But I just have to show you this one. I think out of everything so far, this is my favorite pages out of everything so far. This is thank you, Efrain. Thank you. Yes, I actually kind of miss it. I actually kind of miss being able to do House of Bob, but it is what it is. So this is I showed it. If for those of you who weren't watching, who didn't watch the vlogs on Monday, I showed off this page, and I figured I show it to everybody again because I just love it that much. This is a double page splash page for the Unicorn King's daughter. I just absolutely love the way this came out. Now the thing is, though, it's both traditional and digital. So the inks, the pencil, this was penciled and inked traditionally with digital coloring on top of it, and I'm just like really happy with how it came out. I really cannot wait to get proofs of these books. I'm just really excited with the work that I've been doing so far, and it's like, oh my god, it's like what is my books gonna look like when I hit issue 15 if it's looking like this now? But you know what? Let's not get ahead of ourselves, right? So this is also what I've been up to. So yeah. So these are the pretty much pages from the 3 books that I've been working on this week, and like I said, I'm hoping to get these proofs. In hand before the next campaign goes live. Yeah, I'm hoping. I mean, it's like always remember that printing always prints 10% darker. So I don't really expect that. I still expect it to pop a bit, this page to pop, but it's like that's just printing in general. But I am really happy with my color choices on this. And especially it's like around here, it looks really nice. So I'm just very happy with it. So we're going to, this is what that gives you an idea as to what the final image is going to look like with this cover. So yeah, so let me see. So let me get my glove, and okay, so also let me bring in the music. Let me see. Okay, so let me bring in the music. Where is it? Okay, so the screen's going to glitch a bit until I get this. There we go. There's our playlist. There we go. So yes, so today's playlist on Epidemic Sound. Not sponsored. I just use them a lot. I just pretty much use them for everything. Is the Epic playlist, Epic Action Adventure music, just to kind of set the mood. So let me just make sure it's not too loud. I think around here should be okay. So like I said, as always, if it sounds like I'm competing a little bit too much with the music, just tell me, and I'll just lower the volume. So yeah, so let me hold on. Let me just kind of bring this. Okay. Oh, so that's the end of it. Okay. So we'll just. Okay, so I guess I should just like. So there we go. So yeah. So if I'm not bringing up any comments, it's because the comments are now showing up there on the screen. So already. So hopefully this should make it a lot easier for me to work. So hold on. Let me just. Yeah. Oh, you see? Oh, I got a double image there. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Comments. There we go. Okay. So yeah, you see, because I'm doing it through OBS, the window has to stay the same. So it's technically doing a feed from the exact same window. So okay, so I have to keep everything open, but at least I won't feel like so much pressure to keep going back and forth because now everything's on the screen. Um so yeah, so now I can just reply to everybody without having to manually stop and bring up your comments. So hopefully that works out. So okay, so let me see. So what I'm going to do, actually, you know what? Maybe I should go to, where's volume 1? Okay. So here, and let me go to the cover for volume 1. And okay, so let's open that. So I'm going to use this as my color guide for some of the characters. So I'm not like driving myself too crazy. Let's see. So yeah, so okay, so you know what? Okay, so let's do this. So let me shut this off, right? And let's pick some colors. Let's pick some colors. Oh, actually, I think yes. I think this one might be good already. Yeah, okay, that's good already. So let's. Now the thing is though, if I hit that blue, is it going to? Let me see. It's going to affect everything else. Oh, okay, good. So yeah, so I can't believe already that I'm already having to think about coloring volume 2 because once you see that's the thing. Once I finish issue 8, that's actually a double proof that gets done. Not only is issue 8 like an individual proof that I'm going to be making, but also it's going to mean that I get to do a proof of volume 2 as well. So I guess it's just as well that I get this cover done. Let me just do this. What do we got here? Okay. Skin color. It's like what's funny is that now I'm kind of realizing that what I really need to do is bring up, because I don't think this is the right gray for this. So actually what I'm going to do is I want to see if that's still in my history here. Let me see. No, I have to open it. Okay. So let's go to issue 6. There we go. So that's more what I'm looking for. Okay. Yeah, much better. And then this. Okay, good. Mm. which in the end is just as well because this is the color scheme that I have to use. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so it seems that watching these videos for like art, like trying to get myself hyped up for Artist Alley, I've kind of gone down a rabbit hole I wasn't expecting to go down, and and it's just like having me, and it's just like making me kind of like rethink a lot of things. And let me see what I want. I want kind of like grayish. Something like that. Yeah, that's what I want. I'm not sure. I think I'll just keep the same color on that. Yeah, much better. Okay. And so it's like because I think last time we were talking about like manufacturers and doing like all these oh, that changed. Why did that change? I click that. Okay. We're talking about like doing like different things for conventions, and all of a sudden I got it kind of like I was thinking that it's like, okay, what I want to do is I kind of like like kind of like want to like reboot some of my side stuff. Like in terms of like sketchbooks and and stickers and things like that. And just watching these videos of it's like all of these I keep wanting to call them girls because they're so young, but it's like, no, it's like they're in their 20s, they're in their early 20s. It's like these are women going to all these artist alleys, and and the way that they're just creating their own merchandise and what and what have you. And it started having me think about like like kind of like restarting that side of what I do. It's like because like I mostly do right now it's like I'm predominantly comics, and I don't know, it's like, and the idea of going back to conventions, I don't know, it's like I'm kind of optimistic, but granted, that might all change if I go to Baltimore, and it kind of sucks. But we don't know. We won't know until. I don't want to say anything like that. And okay, so hold on. Let me get my character sheet for Alexandria. Hold on. Where is she? There she is. There we go. And then it's like, there's this whole thing about the book that I'm reading about marketing and like connecting, trying to connect with cold audience. I have, the cold audience, and try to get them to get interested in your stuff by having like common ground items or common ground topics. So, uh, so, so then it's like, I was, watching these girls, selling, all these stickers, and like they pretty much like, I've said before, have Cricut, have a printer, and you're good to go. And that seems to be the case. And, and I've just been really mulling this whole idea over that. It's like, what if, the common ground is like coming, it's like I said, rebooting my stickers and sketchbooks, and kind of like, but in a more deliberate way, that's like more related to the comics but not directly related, like it kind of like, in this sense, like I would make like maybe like fantasy related, like go back to doing fantasy related like bookmarks and stickers and that type of thing, and use that as kind of like a gateway to the comics, and it's like, and because what's funny is that I keep thinking about how um like how everything connects to the comics, but then I'm like going, well, what if I make all this stuff, decide to like design like new stickers, like kind of like a whole new range of product, and the worst that happens is that I just made a side hustle for myself. Like what if it doesn't, like it doesn't do anything for the comics, but um it brings in a secondary income that will help me more with the comics, like making the comics. So yeah, so I just ended up going down this whole rabbit hole, and I actually started thinking about, what if I were to do a whole new range of items, like I would like if I were to do bookmarks, and like I'd start off simple like stickers and bookmarks, right? And like if I were to do a whole range of something tangentially related, like what would it look like? And and it's like, and I just have like, and I just have like these notes lying around as to like, you know like, yeah, it's like, what could I do? It's like, could I, what am I going to base these new items on? And I don't know, it's just like all of a sudden it's like I'm kind of in this very strange, it's not a limbo, but yeah, it's kind of like, it's kind of like, oh, it's like it's like, it is making stickers and selling it on, and opening up an Etsy shop, like is this something that I can make feasible? Is it feasible? Okay, so Jake is asking, have you gone through a risk evaluation with this? Actually, that's kind of what I've been mulling back and forth, because it's like, look, it's like I have an Etsy store already. It's just been years since I've used it. I actually opened up an Etsy store in 2015. I just didn't know what to do with it. So it's just been sitting there gathering dust. But then I realized that it's like, what? I'm kind of, am I missing an opportunity to sell comics on my comics on Etsy? So I have the initial items like set up. I still have everything in drafts. I figure that once I get back from Baltimore, I'll be able to assess better, what it is I'm trying to do. Because for all I know, this is just me being a little overly excited. Kind of, with looking up all these artist alley things, and yeah, and it's like, look, I didn't want to buy an $800 to $900 camera to kind of get back into doing YouTube videos. So the last thing I want to do is I want to like invest in equipment, for this harebrained idea that I'm not even sure how dedicated I am to it yet. So I mean, I know sticker manufacturers. I've done stickers. It's like, so I've done the sketchbooks. I've done the bookmarks. So I mean, so I have access to vendors. I can get small amounts of stuff done, or I could do them with myself with equipment that I have at home already. I mean, my number one video on my channel is how to make bookmarks at home. And now it's like it's even easier to do that. So, I mean, that's something that I can easily go back to doing. It's just like I said, it's just kind of like being very deliberate with the design instead of like, because before the mistake that I was doing is I was just throwing designs up against the wall essentially, seeing what sticks. And that really wasn't the way I was supposed to do it. So, what what I was like thinking of doing was coming up with very, very deliberate designs, or trying to come up with very deliberate designs that are, like I said, kind of related to the comics, but not really. So they serve kind of like a dual purpose. Um, so yeah, so I'm just like I don't know. It's like, yeah. So, but you are correct though, Jake. I mean, it's like, because the last thing I want to do is yeah, here we go. So the last thing I want to do is like kind of like um accidentally put the comics aside to kind of put in all my effort into this, and then realize yeah, I don't want to do that. So like I said, I have the comics already up on Etsy. It's just the store is not open yet. Um, and it's just this is not what I wanted to do. What am I doing? What am I doing? Um, so that much I know I'm doing, but it's all the ancillary stuff. Ancillary? Ancillary, yeah, the other side stuff. Like, okay, like how would I do a range of stickers, or do a range of bookmarks? Or but yeah, but also the idea is not to spend a ton of money, or not to spend as little money as possible. Um trying to start this idea of kind of like, like adding, like adding Etsy as just as a side thing for me. um yeah, I'm not really sure. But yeah, but the idea, because for a split second I was thinking of buying like a silhouette, which is what I hear is better than a cry cut. um but I was like, going, you know what? It's like, if I don't need to spend $200, I'm not going to spend $200. It's like, you know what? Let me come up with the designs first and see if design wise this is feasible. So it's like, yeah, so I kind of had to like rein the enthusiasm in. And so yeah, so I'm gonna be, yeah, so I'm gonna be doing is kind of like, so I want to finish these 3 books. And then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna like squeeze in the time to do like some designs, like really start really simple, maybe like a set of 4 stickers, and then kind of like see how that goes. HR, and kind of see how that goes, and then kind of like kind of build from there. Um, but yeah, the idea is to not, yeah, I had to stop myself from kind of like from like I said, letting my enthusiasm get away with me with this. Oh goodness, what happened here? Um so it's just like kind of like coming up with kind of what I called the Hello Kitty effect on one of the vlogs, where it's like trying to make, kind of like come up with designs that, are specific to me, but still kind of generic enough that the average person looking at it could like kind of automatically resonate with, without them having to know anything. No, Joe. Hello, Joe. Hello. No, I haven't ranted. I'm. You know what? It's like I'm having too good of a week. So, oh my goodness. You know what? Give me a second. Give me a second here. Give me a second. Oh my goodness. You didn't need to see that. No, I've been having too good of a week. Getting a lot done. Getting through 3 books at the same time. I might actually have proofs for everything, by the end of September. Um, so yeah, so I'm just so I'm just chilling. I'm just doing good. We're working on the cover to EGORAVEN Volume 2 right now, which I think in and of itself is pretty exciting, um, because, like, it's, I don't know, it still feels like yesterday that I put out issue 1, and already we're on volume 2. I'm just finishing. I'm working on issue 8 right now. We're doing the cover to volume 2, and yeah, we're already here. So it's just so yeah, so no rants. Yeah, no rants. Although, if you can come up with something for Friday. If you can come up with something for Friday, that would be good. I've been rather one-track minded. And like I said, I was just talking to Jake and everybody that I'm seriously considering opening up an Etsy store, kind of like expanding the type of work that I do, like probably getting into fantasy stationery. I don't know. I'm still playing around with the idea. Um, you know, just let's see. What am I going to do here? Okay. You know what? So I don't know. Yeah. So it's like, so Jake is just making sure that I assess. I do a risk evaluation on the idea of starting a side Etsy business. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I think that I need to come up with designs first and then make decisions from there. Um, we're not in a rush, you know, because you know what? It's like, if I'm going to spend time doing this time around, I want it. I want it to work. I want. It's like I want to make sure that my effort isn't wasted. Um, so yeah, so yeah, I've just been, I just went down a rabbit hole that I wasn't sure if I do it. HR says do it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, honestly, it's like I said, what's the worst that happens, right? Is that I end up with a side hustle. What if it, the worst that happens is that it does nothing to sell comics, but I end up with a side hustle anyway, and it's like, oh, okay, you know what? I think I could do that. I think I could do that. Because I think that if it's one thing, it's like, like I said, I'm reading this book about marketing, and then the whole like cold audience. How do you attract a cold audience? How do you grow your audience? And and it's like, and sometimes it's very easy to get wrapped up in, everything's about the comic, but what about the comic? How do I get attention on the comic? And and I think that in and of itself can kind of like, well, wait a minute. It's like, well, does it have to be about the comics in the end? It's like, I mean, I'm doing the comics anyway. So, maybe, yeah, it's like I was talking about going the long way around for an audience. Because sometimes it feels like, especially on Kickstarter, that, we hit kind of like a wall with our work in terms of like how much we can earn on Kickstarter. And then it's like, okay, once we realize that's happening, where do we go from there? And, and this was kind of like the thing that came up. It's like, what, maybe it's not about, maybe the answer for me is not really to concentrate completely on Kickstarter and gaining an audience on Kickstarter. What if I did this other thing and just gained a whole new audience from there? Will it convert over? Maybe not, but just watching, so watching all of these Artist Alley videos was, I don't know, it just had me thinking a lot. What's funny is that, I was telling Jose about like all these people doing like their sticker businesses or whatnot. And he was saying, it's like, yeah, okay, that sounds like a good idea. Oh, Jake says, I think you're unconsciously mulling over the idea of a passive income. Well, you see, the funny thing is, like, I don't consider any of that passive. There is absolutely nothing passive about doing, about expand, like pretty much, about doing this Etsy store idea. Because I'm going to have to, like I said, I'm going to have to dedicate time to creating product, but not just any product, something very, very deliberate, like very, very curated in terms of design work that I would do for this. And, I think that, it's like, it's not, and I think like having to pull out all that, all the sketchbooks and the stickers that I've done already, kind of added to this thought process, where it's like, what, it's like, is there a reason to let that side stagnate? I mean, all it is just an expansion of what I'm doing already. It's just like, this is all my artwork. Oh, what am I doing here? No, that's not what I wanted. Hold on. Where's Photoshop? Oh, there it is. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. So I don't know. Yeah, probably like, yeah, maybe the idea of, what, maybe there's only so much I can do on Kickstarter. So what else can I do? Yeah, it's like, it's not passive per se. It requires resources at work, but when the ball rolls, it can transition to that. Yeah. So that's why I'm kind of, like I said, I'm kind of mulling it over. Like, I mean, like I said, I'm still going to be doing the Kickstarter. What did I have for him? Let me see. Okay, so for his magic, I'm just going to put in a placeholder color. I know that looks really, really garish, but it's for a reason. It's like, I'm going to do some special effects in there, that, but I'm going to save that for later. Joe says only becomes passive if the products are all fabricated already and needs to be shipped. Yeah, it's what you're trying to do. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the thing. It's like I'm looking to not do this stuff myself, but maybe, I mean, I wouldn't be adverse to it. I would say it's typical strategies that divest to capture other interest areas. I think so. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling about it. Okay, let me do this. Okay, so this looks ridiculous, but that's because I'm going to come back later. And like I said, there's some special effects I want to do here, but I don't want to worry about that now. Let's see. So, oh. Okay. And yeah, you know, so it's like, you know, because that's the thing. It's like there's only so many Kickstarters that I could do at a time. You know, like you know, at most right now I can probably do like 6 Kickstarters, and it's like it just feels like, you know, I could be doing more. I mean, like I said, the books are going to come out anyway. It's like I'm, you know, the series is 15. It's like, look, I have, you know, I have. Look, I'm just finishing, so I still have 8 through 15 to do. You know, I have Tall Tales 6, 7, and 8 of the next story arc to do as well. I have the 2 novels that I'm working on. So it's like it's not like I'm not going to be doing Kickstarter. You know, it's just that. Yeah, I just think that I shouldn't be solely doing Kickstarter at this point. You know what I mean? So, you know, watching all these, you know, so watching um these, you know, these Artist Alley videos, you know, it was kind of like, you know, it's like it wouldn't be that much of a stretch for me to go back to doing that. Now, granted, it's like I don't see myself I don't see myself like going to conventions as much as they do. Um, you know, but it could be possible, you know, depending. I mean, there's a bunch of conventions that I have a list here that I'm looking to do, you know. So it's like, why couldn't I, you know, again, it's like, why does it just have to be about comics, you know? So yeah, it's yeah, so I've just been like really racking my brain. But yeah, it's like, and then just to see what happens. Like I said, worst that happens is I just create a side hustle for myself. Um, you know, so I don't know. It's like, you know, that's I don't know. I guess this is me feeling very positive, I guess. Um, you know, especially with the books going along the way they're going along right now. That's just you know, that's just yeah. That's why on a Friday, if you have any ideas for anything to talk about, you know. Oh, it's yeah, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I mean, since it's you can do some animated limited animation of characters and logo. That's also something that that I've been also thinking of doing, because it's like I was using I was playing around with Honk. I don't know if you've seen, my little animated puppets, my little PNG tubers. And I was thinking of doing something with them like that, because it's like, doing like a little piece of animation or something. Um, Also, it's like I do have the trailers that I'm going to be playing at the convention. That's why I have the little tablet for. But yeah, it's like I was also thinking about that too. Like how I could, like, I'm actually thinking of doing something a little animated for the next trailer. I'm just not sure how I'm going to do it. It's like because animation is its whole learning curve. And but yeah, definitely that's something that I want to also play around with as well. Let's see, how did she, this color doesn't work. There we go. Okay. Like the color, I see the color shift on my end. I don't know if you're seeing it, but it's like the colors are very slight. They're slightly different. Okay. 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 Oh, okay. Oh, this is okay. So he's all wrong. That's for sure. Okay. Yeah. Also, the thing that I'm also excited about for getting volume 2 out, like getting issue 8 done and doing volume 2, is that I'm going to try the hardcover idea again. I did some initial proofs on volume 1, but I figured it's like, okay, there's certain things that I have to tweak, and certain things I have to fix, and then when I proof volume 2, I want to do the hardcover again. So I'm probably going to do like another small run of, I'm going to fix issue 1, do another small run of volume 1 as a hardcover, and also proof volume 2 as a hardcover as well. Oh yeah, HR, and yeah, do that. I think it would help with you. Do it like old 60s, 70s cartoons, just a mouth and arm moving, limited. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, using Honk. That's exactly what I was thinking. Because I'm actually, what I was kind of thinking of also doing is seeing if I could do that to like, like doing that to panels, like how to incorporate that VTuber thing into actual panels. So it's like I'm like animating the panels. I mean, yeah, there's one particular panel that I'm going to try that on to see if it would work. But yeah, that's exactly, yeah, it's like the little Jack Kirby, cartoon, like the Captain America throws his mighty shield. What was that? Those things. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly, right? Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of doing. But thank you, HR. Yes, at least we're on the same wavelength. Yeah. Because I need something simple that because look, I couldn't afford my flatter this time around. I can't afford all this other stuff. So I have to try to do as much as I can myself. But yeah, um, that's exactly what I'm kind of like getting inspiration from. Uh, oh, okay, so that's correct. So all right, so let's. But yeah, so hardcovers. Yeah, so I'm going to do like another batch, test out another batch of hardcovers. Uh, and also the thing is too, because Efrain had mentioned it before. Yes, the next, also the other book that I have to also uh get done very soon is the first House of Bob collection. For those of it, which was kind of the purpose of doing the live streams, because I was putting together those images for that book. So what this book is going to be, it's going to be an adult furry pinup book that it's going to have both color and black and white pieces. They're going to be the same pieces, but done as in color and black and white, because a lot of people enjoy my black and white work. But also a lot of people want to see my work in color as well. So this book is going to be 80 pages. It's going to be 40 images in color and the same 40 images in black and white. So you get to see the line art. And that's going to be a hardcover book as well. So that's kind of like the next one. That project is on the docket for this year. So once that the new campaign, Medieval Unicorn Viking Slut, goes live, I'm going to be working at the end of September. I'm going to be working on putting together that House of Bob book. So yeah, make sure to save. I've been doing all this work, and I realized I didn't save. Um, so that's also on the docket as well. So yeah, so a lot of proofing coming up, which I'm really happy with. So okay, let's fix this. Oh, okay. So let me do it this way. Okay. This, yeah, I'm not going to go that far with the real mouths. Yeah, like kind of like the clutch cargo as well. Um, I'm not going to go that far, because that's a little too weird for me visually. It's not the aesthetic I'm going for. But yeah, we're definitely going to stick more with the Jack Kirby cartoons. That's more kind of in line with what I'm thinking of doing with Honk. Um, yeah. Okay, so at least we can do this. Same color. Okay. Oh, we're actually making some progress here today. Yeah. I guess having the chat on screen, and so I don't have to worry about bringing stuff up. I mean, it's nice to kind of have a more natural conversation without me having to stop to bring up the chat. So at least that seems to work. So I'm happy with that. Let's see. Oh, it's okay. We can leave it like Okay. Much better. There we go. So it's like it's at least it's kind of, the cover is brightening up now. Now that we're using let's see. So I know I did a different. Is this okay? Yeah, this is the expanded version. Is it? Yeah, this is the expanded version. Wait, was it? Let me see. I know that I did one for the hardcover. Hold on. Yeah, because the hardcover, it needs to be. Let's see. Where did I put it? Hardcover. It's the expanded cover here. Okay, here we go. There we go. Yeah, see, because it's like I had to when I did the hardcover, because as you can see, like this was in trade proportion, but when I had to do the hardcover, I had to add more to the sides here, because about an inch gets wrapped around the hardcover. So so at least this one is already set up to the hardcover proportions. So, okay, so it seems like what I was looking for is not here. So, okay, so I'm just going to, all right, I'm just going to leave that. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, do that. Okay, let's see. A little too, let me see, how does the, oh, okay, yeah, that'll work. You see the difference that putting the shading in. I was just thinking that those rocks were a little too bright. It's like, oh, okay, past me already took care of that. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so let me put this here. All right. Okay, so here, what I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna leave those. All right, and oh. There we go. Okay, so now probably around here. Okay. Okay, let's see. I think we're gonna go with kind of like a muted red. Something like that, maybe. Still want it red though. Yeah, okay. And now, let's see. So, let me. Oh, yeah, maybe we could do the same color. Maybe it's a little desaturated, maybe. Oh, it affected the. There we go. We're gonna think on that. We're gonna sit on that for a bit. Okay. All right, so let's do this. Okay. Then let's do this. Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, that's. Oh, yeah. Much better. Oh, it's like I'm happy that it's lightening up now. Okay. Now let's see. Okay. So how? Okay. Let's do this. Sometimes why reinvent the wheel, right? Let's put this here. Okay. Okay. I think that's working. I think that's working. No, yeah, because sometimes it's like, yeah, it's like why reinvent the wheel, right? It's like like I said, these colors, they the flatter sometimes just put in, and sometimes it's just I just find it easier to kind of run with it rather than sitting here like racking my brain as to what these colors are supposed to, like, oh, what is it supposed to really look like? And and sometimes it's like, yeah, it's like, why reinvent the wheel? You don't need to do that. There we go. Let's see, maybe let's see, maybe this should be a little bit more. Oh yeah, much better. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. It's like, again, it's like don't need to. I might need to change. You know what? Let's also put a pin in that. Let's also put a pin in that. I'm not completely. It's like I don't completely hate it, but I don't. There's something not quite right. Maybe if I change that. Let's see. Not too dark. No. Okay, let's go back to this color. Let's see. What are we trying to do here? Lighten it up a bit. Maybe, let's take out some of that red. Maybe that's the problem. Just make it like a simple gray. Oh, so take care, HR. Take care. Uh, yeah, I think that's a little. Yeah, I think that's a. Okay, you know what? That I think this needs to be lightened up a bit. Yeah, I think this needs to be lightened up a bit. So let's take that. Okay. All right. So I think that's just what it needed. It's just. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. Hold on. Let's lighten this up. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. So okay. Let's make. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let me just change the sky. That's not. I mean, let's see. Let me just put in again a temporary color. I think, was I going for a nighttime? I think I was going for kind of a nighttime feel. I'm not sure. So let's lighten that up a bit. Okay. All right. All right. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Okay. Let's do him. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, hold on. I don't think I. Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay, what issue did I have him? Was that issue 4? What did we have here? Issue 4. I think it was issue 4. Okay. So that, and then it's like it's a darker blue. Okay, so it was this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change the color of that sky. That's it's a little too much blue going on here. Oh no, that's not it. What do we have? What do we have? Oh, no, it's this color. All right, there we go. What did I just do there? Okay, there we go. Oh. Sloppy. Okay. Okay, so yeah, definitely. I'm not going to worry too much about the sky, even though there's a lot of blue going on here. Because again, I'm going to do something with this to kind of like contrast it. Let's see. Actually, let me. Oh. Yeah, I think that's coming together. It looks weird because there's no highlights on anything, so it's kind of throwing me off, but I think we're good. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. All right. Oh, let me just. I think I'm going to use that here. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, this is gonna need a little touch up. Hold on. Yeah. So I mean, this tower is supposed to look janky, but you know. Yeah, this tower is supposed to look like it's falling apart, but you know, my lines are a little bit too. Okay, much better. Oh. Oh, wrong layer. Oh, that's because it's the same color. Let's do that. Okay. Yeah, definitely gonna need to do something with this. Maybe I should make these maybe kind of like a green instead, just so we have like something else over here. But I don't want it too saturated. We'll think about that. We'll get back to that. Let's see. Okay, let's do him. All right, where is he? He's right here. Okay, good. All right. Do that. And yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're almost there. We're almost there. Actually, we're doing actually we're pretty doing some pretty good progress on this. Really happy about that. Oh. All right. Let's fix his eyes. Oh, but also it's like probably it's like I'm getting a lot further in this than I usually do because it's like I don't know. I guess my brain is full and it's like it's don't have much to talk about outside of what I did already. So oh. Yeah, because I'm making we're doing some pretty good progress. We will. It's like you guys are watching, but we have some pretty good progress going. We might actually finish flatting this. Uh, okay. All right. Actually, let me do the entire sleeve. Let me do this. Let's see. Oh, there we go, Jake. Yes, we're making progress together. Let's get our work done. All right. Okay, there we go. One more character. Okay, so he's not even in the oh, you know what? Let me take that color. Let me just borrow this. I'll fix it. No, later. No, I'm going to leave that gray. Let's leave that gray. Okay, so we're done with this. And where is Sarah? Where is he? Oh, yeah. Okay. There you are. Look at that. One more character. Actually, let me just... Okay, well, we're in that quiet moment. So, okay, so let me just finish this. I'm going to have to shut off the music anyway, so we're almost done here. So look at him looking all gray and sad. So let's put him in color and sad. So let's... Okay. All right. Oh, okay. And that. All right, so let's fix here. Okay. Oh, look at that. We actually oh hey Gothic Lolita Angel. It's like we're just hitting the end of the stream, and I just finished flatting my cover for volume 2 of EGORAVEN, and it's like, oh, there we go. So as you can see, once I put the shading on, it's like, okay, so it just a couple of I still have to do some tweaking. I still have to put in the highlights. I have to adjust some colors. Still not completely convinced with this banner right here, but we'll worry about it. His hands here are looking funky because those are special effects that I have to put in. And yeah, but I think we made really good progress today. I think we really did good progress today. So here we go. So here we are, just making it at the top of the hour. And I actually finished something on the stream. I guess having the chat on screen up there where everybody can see who I'm talking to instead of having to manually bring up people, I think really worked. Because then all I have to do is just look. I don't have to stop what I'm doing. So that worked out. So we're going to continue. We're going to continue with that idea. Thank you, Jared. Thank you so much. Yeah, so okay, so you know what, so let me make sure I save. Always save your file. So yeah, okay. Oh, so there we have it. So this is the not so finished, but the flatting is complete for the cover for EGORAVEN Volume 2, which hopefully I am looking to send out for a proof at the end of September, if everything goes well, if I continue my schedule the way it does. So okay, so let me just set myself up here. So I'm very excited. Like I said, it's been a very productive week. So and it's only Wednesday. So so I'm very happy with how this is going on. So let me just switch back over. Oh, there we are. So there we have it. So also I just want to do something before actually I could have just done this here. Hold on. I'm on the second camera already. So so there we go. Oh, I didn't even realize I could do that. So what I want to do now before we I guess kind of wrap it up, or this could be part of the wrap up itself. I just want to thank the 126 people who backed the campaign for EGORAVEN Heir the First Unicorn issue 7 on Kickstarter right now. We have 8 days to go. Did you make it? Yes, I did, Carl. We made it. They're not gonna make it. They made it. That's exactly what did. We actually made it. We finished a cover. We finished flatting at least. But, like I said, I'm very excited for the progress that I made today. So thank you so much for the 126 backers who backed EGORAVEN issue 7 on Kickstarter right now. We have 8 days to go. And yeah, you know what? All the links to all the campaigns I'm going to be showing right now are in the show notes. I was just figuring I'd try something a little bit different in terms of, I would usually do this at the start of the show. I figured I'd do this at the end. Also remember that the Oswald Chronicles, the next series, mini series, I was there and I remember issues 1 through 4 is also on Kickstarter. JD Calderon is also the writer for Tall Tales. No, I am not going to call it the Itsy Bitsy Etsy. Although that is really funny. That is very, very funny, Patrick. Oh man, no. It's just gonna be my regular store name. So the Oswald Chronicles. I was there. I remember issues 1 through 4 on Kickstarter as well. Thank you so much for the 56 backers who are backing this campaign. JD Calderon is also the writer for Tall Tales. That's why, so this is his project. 15 more days to go on the campaign. Speaking of campaigns at the end of September, EGORAVEN Medieval Unicorn Viking Slut, the 3 comics short set, which includes the Unicorn King's Daughter and Tales from the Outer Kingdoms. This goes live September 25th, but the landing page, the pre-launch page is live right now. So make sure you hit the notify me on launch button so that you get notified when the campaign goes live on September 25th. So so that you can get notified when the campaign. I just said that, right? It's like, we're going through a lot of Kickstarters. Pretty much it's the same thing. And of course, its sister campaign, Sky of Thorns, an epic fantasy romance special edition. The 3 novels by Krista Crawford. Remember that if you support both our campaigns when they're both live on September 25th, you will get a collaboration piece that I previewed at the beginning of the show. Also, I do have a stretch goal print that's exclusive to her campaign. So either way, you're going to get one of my pieces added into your order. So these 2 campaigns launch September 25th. Also, speaking of JD Calderon, he is collaborating with C. Michael Lanning on a brand new series, Magi's Grace, Sex and Monsters, which is a 4-issue limited series about a pair of monster hunters who are investigating the strange going-ons on a seaside town, because that's where all the strange going-ons happen, right? Is at the seaside. It's all the salt water. That's usually what it is. So, make sure all the links are in the show notes below to all these campaigns that are either live or are going to go live very soon. Also, Fearless Dawn by Frank Forte and Steve Mannion. Absolutely gorgeous artwork. Fearless Dawn is also on Kickstarter as well. Just for the artwork alone, you should pick up this book. Steve Mannion, I mean, it's like, you know what? If I could afford to commission this guy, I would, honestly. Absolutely gorgeous artwork. Fearless Dawn, The Bomb, issues 2 and 3 on Kickstarter right now. 11 days to go. And last but not least, Nina Amberlin. Nina Amberlin. I don't know why I always choke on her name. I'd like, sorry. I'm really sorry. Nina Amberlin, the Lusty Dragon Mistress, #1, a very not safe for work, 48-page short, not a short story, but comic book about a dragon that collects wives. This is also on Kickstarter as well. Thank you to the 97 backers. She's just killing it she's almost at $5,000 on this campaign. 25 days to go. Thank you so much for everybody who supported all of these campaigns so far. And if you'd like to back any of these campaigns, all the links are in the show notes. That really worked out. I was going to bring in another screen, and it looked like in the end I didn't need to do that. So I'm going to leave the EGORAVEN campaign right there. for everybody to see. So there we go. So here we are, top of the hour. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today. I actually finished flatting my cover for EGORAVEN Volume 2. And like I said, I'm really looking forward to getting a proof of that, hopefully by the end of September at the rate that I'm going. So fingers crossed, everybody. Thank you so much for keeping me company. And yes, and you too, my beautiful, precious eyeball people watching me from regions beyond. Thank you so much for keeping me company as well throughout these 2 hours. I know that I wasn't quite talkative at the very end there, but you know what? We all got a lot of work done. Jake got work done. I got work done, and I hope that you guys listening got a lot of work done too. You know, because like that's in the end, that's what we're doing. We're just having fun together and working together, getting stuff done. Because we, why not, right? It's like, what else are we doing but working? So if you want to learn more about me and my artwork and everything else that I do, including more campaigns, you're going to head on over to my main portfolio site at egoworks.com, EGOWORKS, where where am I? Oh, where you can find links to all of my social media sites. You can also see here, but I mostly post to Facebook if you're interested in seeing sketches and current work in progress and live updates. As I finish stuff, I like to put previews on Facebook, so make sure you're following me there. Yes, and you can also continue watching me here on YouTube on my channel at Daphne Lage, Lage art, which also simulcasts through the Indie Comics Network channel. So make sure that you go to both our channels and hit the subscribe button, like, share, do all the things to make the algorithm gods happy. And remember that you can catch me again on Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern on the Rage Into the Vlog show, where we'll talk. We talk about everything comic book related and whatever else that comes on in our heads at the time. So, and remember, you can read EGORAVEN, Heir of the First Unicorn, for free, uploading every day, Monday through Friday, so you can try out the book or download a free PDF before making a decision of if you want to back the campaign or not, which I would appreciate greatly. Thank you so much. I hope you, but at least you can read it for free first if you want to check it out. But if you prefer your fantasy to be more of a furry Lord of the Rings adventure, you can follow the link over to Tall Tales Online. That's TAILS online.com. And not only can you read the first 20 issues of Tall Tales for free, but you can catch up on the latest story arc, Tears of the Mother, which is also currently uploading Monday through Friday and will return to Kickstarter in 2024 in a new release of issues 1 through 5 plus the brand new issue 6. So keep an eye out for that. So again, thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I hope you had a good time. I know I had a good time. We all got work done. And like I said, I will be back on Friday at 11 a.m. on the vlogs, and we can have a good time again there as well. Thank you so much, everybody, and I'll see you next time.
You are all weirdos!